welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Asa if it's your first time here, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. So on this video, it's a little different. I'm going to be speaking about something that is more personal, more close to my heart. It's basically just sort of like a chit chat video, story time type of things, even though I'm not a good storyteller. But anyway, this video is on how I became a mom 15 months later, basically. So on this video, I just wanted to share my experience throughout my pregnancy and my birth story, and a few tips, having been a mom for like almost 16 months now. So anyways, we'll start at the beginning. How did I actually find out that I was pregnant? So obviously you'll do certain things that obviously make you fall pregnant or whatever. So I was basically waiting for my period and it never came. So obviously the next step is to take a pregnancy test. So I took a pregnancy test and it came up with 2 lines, and I was, guys, I can't even explain how I was feeling, but yeah, I was a mess. I was a mess. And when I found out, I had just started a job at like a really good company. So, but it was just a training for a year, but I needed that training so that I could graduate at school. So I was not only stressed about, okay, how am I going to take on my child, because I'm still a student, but also I was stressing now, okay, how are they going to take it at work? Because I was just beginning my work experience or my work career, so I didn't know that it's like, what's the word, I didn't know that it was part of the constitution for companies to not fire somebody because they're pregnant or whatever. So I was like really scared, thinking, oh, they're gonna let me go because now I'm pregnant and I won't be able to fulfill all my duties and stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah, I find out that I'm pregnant. I tell my boyfriend, and then we are both stressed and we're just dealing with it in our different ways. So fine, I go to work, I continue working, and I had just began, guys, like I found out that I was pregnant in August. I think it was early August or mid-August, and I just started working in August, on the 1st of August. Then I find out that I was pregnant. And funny thing is, when I did my medicals at work, they didn't find the fact that I was pregnant. So I guess that's my other luck, because maybe they could have let me go just because maybe they realized, oh, she's pregnant or whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I find out that I'm pregnant, and then I continue with life, but now I have so much stress. So now I have to tell my parents. So anyways, the first thing obviously was to go and confirm through a doctor if like I'm really pregnant or there's just something else. And at the time I'm like hoping that, no guys, it's not pregnancy, it's not a pregnancy, like there's something wrong with that test or whatever. So anyways, I go to a clinic, and then they do a scan. Yeah, they do a scan and they tell me I'm like 10 weeks or 9 weeks pregnant, and I even see the baby on the scan and all that. And I remember the day I went to the clinic with my boyfriend, and like everything is just so new, and like when you're not like married or whatever, you like there's just that thing where you don't really know that, oh, everything that I go through, I have to go through it with my partner, you know. Like, so I go to the clinic and then he leaves me there, and then I think he goes back to his place, and I sit there and it's just couples coming in, couples, and I'm the only one who's alone. My gosh, guys, like after that, like I just cried. Like I was like, no, like, and I was so angry at my boyfriend. I'm like, you left me, blah blah blah. And it's not like he knew that this is how it's supposed to be done or whatever, because we both knew and this whole thing. But I was just angry at him that, oh, you left me alone, and it was like couples and all that. But anyway, when I think about it, it's really funny because like I was blaming him for something that he couldn't have controlled. But anyways, so we move along. So it's confirmed I'm pregnant. So now I'm looking for a doctor that will be my gynecologist until I give birth. So I go and Google basically, and I just Google doctors in PE. And the first doctor that came up, I chose her. It was a lady, it was a black lady. So I thought, oh my gosh, this would be the best thing because it's a black lady even. So we go for our first scan with the doctor, and then she confirms everything. She tells me actually I found out the due date at the clinic, and then I also found out the due date at the doctor, which was the 11th of April. And we share the same birth month with my son, which is like so amazing. So yeah, so what was I saying? I actually have a note here just so I don't cross out of what we're talking about. So yeah, I was telling you, yeah, we went for a scan, and then yeah, we got a scan. And the thing is, with the doctor's scan, because they use better machines, the scan was much more clear than the one at the clinic. So it really made everything like real. Like actually, this is the scan of my son. I'm not sure if this is the first. No, this is not the first scan because this was done on the 13th of December. But yeah, basically, the scans of the doctors were much more clearer. So fine, we did the scan. So now it's clear that yes, we're pregnant, we're expecting a child. At that time, we don't know the sex of the child. So now I'm trying to hide my morning sickness at work. I'm trying to be energized and work really hard so that nobody notices that there's something wrong with me. But morning sickness is right here. It's right here. Guys, yo, if my colleague Samuel is watching this, yo, like I'm sure he, like when he found out that I was pregnant, he like, I knew it, because guys, I was always sleepy, like yo, that was the thing with me in first trimester, the fact that I always wanted to sleep. I think that's the only thing that was a problem for me. I think it was just always feeling tired and stuff like that. But I never had those nausea. Oh yeah, I did have nausea, but I didn't feel like I wanted to throw up and stuff like that. I'd just feel weird in my stomach. But it wasn't a hectic first trimester. So I go through the first trimester. It's only me and my boyfriend and my friend who know that I'm pregnant. So after that, then I now have to decide, okay, I have to tell my mom. So I think I told my mom around November or October. So now we come to how I actually tell my parents that I'm pregnant. Woo! Yo guys, that day, like I couldn't talk to my mom on the phone because like I was just so nervous. I was so scared. And I was so scared of telling them that I convinced my boyfriend that they're gonna cut me off. Like I convinced my boyfriend that whatever the reaction that my parents are gonna have will be the worst reaction, and I think that also scared him. But yeah, it was actually different. So it was on this day in the morning. So I text my mom, and then I'm like, I have something to tell you. And then she's like, okay, start right from the beginning. Okay, obviously I'm just translating. We spoke in my language, which is Venda. So she's like, start right from the beginning and leave nothing. And I think maybe she already knew or whatever, just her response. So anyways, I tell her that, okay, I'm pregnant, but I don't really say I'm pregnant. In Venda, you just say ndokaka and they'll understand what you're saying. So yeah, I'm like, okay, ndokaka, it's I told her, okay, I'm pregnant, and I think I was 4 or 3 months then. So she's like, okay, I think she said, okay, don't stress, I will talk to you later, I'm gonna talk to your dad. So this was early in the morning. I think this was around 7 or 8, just when I got to work. So she doesn't reply the whole freaking day, guys. She doesn't reply, and yo, oh my god. So anyways, yeah, she doesn't reply, and then she replies late in the evening. And she no yeah, she replies late in the evening, and she's like, yeah, I told you that, and we accept everything, and like, be at peace and all that. I think she actually called me, I think, yeah, be at peace and whatever, and take care of yourself. Like, it's very important to take care of yourself at this moment, because we really want that child to make it, and we love him. That's what my mom said. And I was like, oh my gosh. Actually, no, it was through text, because I remember saying thank you so much, because I was so scared. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you, mom, for understanding or whatever. Anyways, so yeah. And then I think, no, man, guys, I don't really remember all the stuff, because it's almost 2 years ago. But anyway, yeah. So she texted me, and then she texted me late afternoon, probably around 4 or 5. Then in the evening, she calls me again just to check how I am. Have I seen a doctor, whatever, and all those stuff. So the next day, my father calls me, and then he's like, yeah, so I heard that you made a mistake. And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, okay, so who is the guy? And then I'm like, I tell him, this is the guy. So basically, I just tell him his surname and where he's from. And then my dad is like, okay, cool. So that was how I told my parents. And it was, for me, I was really scared. And I don't know why I expected such a harsh response from them. But yeah, that's how I found out. That's how they found out that, yeah, their firstborn is pregnant. They are going to have a grandson. So yeah, anyways, we moved along. And from the moment when I told my parents, like, I felt a huge weight on my shoulder. Like, this whole time I was going through this whole thing alone, even though my boyfriend was present, but most of the things, like, I was alone with my thoughts. There was not a lot of things that I could speak about and my boyfriend would be able to understand. And sometimes, just, I don't know, guys, but when I told my parents, like, I really felt that I wasn't alone in this thing. And the reason why I say that is because, so before my memory got full, I was still saying that from the day that I told my mom that I was pregnant until the day that she arrived in PE when I was about to give birth, she called me every single day, guys, like every single day. She never missed a day. She did miss a day. It would be just once or twice, but every single day I would talk to her. She would be every single day she would always call me and stuff. So that's why I say that I felt that I wasn't going through all this alone. I had someone who has been through it, and somebody who knows how it feels, and somebody who knows how it feels carrying a whole human being inside them. And yeah, basically just that. So yeah, like, I tried to hide it at work, guys. Like, I would wear baggy stuff, not really baggy stuff, but I would always wear like sort of like coats and all that, because even though the belly was not like completely showing, but I always looked bloated, you know, and you would obviously notice. And by the time it was January, you could see my nose, you could see my neck. And I remember when I was at work, this was around, I think, December or November, a colleague of mine was like, oh my gosh, you have such big boobs. And then that's when I realized, okay, like my body is changing, like, and people are gonna start noticing. But anyway, it was fine. So yeah, I did tell my boss and everything went okay. So like, I think the only thing that I had a problem with in my pregnancy was I had leg problems. Like my legs would always give me stress. Like, yo, I don't know if like my legs just couldn't handle the weight of my baby. But thing is, my baby was not even that big. He was like, I think 3.5, 3.8 kgs when he was given birth. So he was not that big. But yo, my legs, yo, I would go through it, guys. And then another thing was heartburn. I think a lot of women go through this. Heartburn. Like you wake up in the middle of the night. Like I used to sleep with Gaviscon right next to my side of the bed, because like in the middle of the night you'll just hear fire coming down from your stomach up to your throat. Guys. Yo, yeah, so I always had Gaviscon right next to me every single time, especially in the evenings. That's when it gave me problems. And then what else? Like honestly, I had a smooth pregnancy overall. Like it was really smooth. Like cravings, there was this ice cream, guys. I don't remember the name of this ice cream. I know, like, even my boyfriend can testify. This ice cream every single day, especially in my third trimester, every single day I wanted to have this ice cream. Every single day. It's those lolly ice creams, and it's like yellow and purple. I don't know. I'll write a name like when I'm editing and then tell you. Like I'll look for the name. That was my favorite thing. Like yo, every single time. And then I also, one of my other cravings was bride meat. And with bride meat, it wasn't that I liked eating it, but I liked the smell. Like the smell of like bride meat. Yo, guys, yo. Like, yo, I used to love bride meat. Yo, my poor boyfriend, when I think of those times. Anyways, it's the things that you have to do when you're expecting a child, right? So yeah. I think those were my cravings. Like I don't remember anything else. And even the eating, yeah, I used to eat a lot, but not like excessively. But yeah, I used to eat. And then now we come to my birth story, when I was ready to give birth. So this is the part that I didn't really enjoy when it comes to my whole pregnancy and giving birth to my child. Basically giving birth to my child, I didn't enjoy it. And it's not something that you enjoy, guys. Like I don't know if you understand me, but you know when you can sense that, no man, like this person is cutting corners. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. So anyway, so my doctor, the lady, so I go for my last checkup. I'm like, okay, so what must happen now? And then she tells me that, okay, when you're 40 weeks, you should come to the hospital, then we'll induce you. Now, it's my first pregnancy. I did have a lot that I read and stuff like that, but obviously you can't impose that on a whole doctor. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll come. So I go for 2 weeks. I get admitted into the hospital, they induce me. Things I don't want to like go through every single detail, guys, because then it's gonna be a long video. But anyway, yes, they admit me, and then they induce me. So when they induce me, it's in the evening around, I think, 9, and then that induction doesn't work, so my labor doesn't start. So the nurses are like, okay, we're just waiting for your doctor to come in, and then we're gonna go in for a second round of induction. So here's the thing, the nurses are telling me that, okay, we're gonna go for a second round of induction, obviously because they don't see anything wrong and they know that those things happen. And then when the doctor comes in, she's like, okay, so I see baby boy doesn't want to come out. Clearly we'll have to book a C-section because you know, we don't want to wait any longer. But there was nothing wrong with my child. Like, guys, I'm not a doctor, but everything was fine, and there was no point of me going straight to a C-section, because C-sections are for emergencies, and there was no emergency. And like, even when I looked at the nurses, like, obviously they can't say anything, but yo guys, I'm sure maybe they even know the doctor, that the doctor is like this, like she rather does C-sections than actually natural birth. So anyways, it's fine, okay, let's go for a C-section. And then so we go to the theater, and then they prep me and all that, and they cut me open and they bring my little baby boy. And you know, I'm good, I'm happy, you know. I mean, I didn't get to experience the whole labor thing and all those labor pains, whatever people talk about. I didn't get to experience that, and thank God. But also, like, it's like my second baby. If God wants me to have a second baby, I'll basically be going through that whole thing for the first time, and it's kind of scary. I don't know why, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, we go for a C-section. They cut me open, they take my baby out, and he is happy, he is healthy, he is crying. That's all we want to know. Like, when you hear the cry, you just know, my boy is here. So yeah, and then they weigh him, is fine, like he was good. And thing is, he was even the normal weight where I could have given birth naturally. But those doctors, guys, and thing is, I had read, especially I had just started following all the way to I don't know what her surname is. Oh, Lishabani, yeah, I'm sure you guys maybe might know her. Like, I just started following her, and she would talk about, okay guys, you really should choose natural birth because you can do it unless if there's an emergency. And the thing is, the doctor didn't give me a choice. Basically, she just told me, yeah, we're going for a C-section. Anyways, so yeah, I read a lot about that. And then, but anyway, I think for your first pregnancy, you don't know a lot of things, so you can't make a lot of decisions. Because even with Olwet, she had like 2 C-sections before she actually gave birth naturally and the way that she wanted, which was giving birth at a birthing center. So I think it's things that you will learn the first time, and then the second time it will be much better. But anyway, so yeah, I gave birth to my baby. He was a healthy baby boy, and I think he was 3-point-something kgs, and it was around 12 when I gave birth to him. So that's my little birth story. And then obviously now I just had an operation, you know, like, so I'm chilling, like everything is good, guys. Like, I don't feel anything because obviously, you know, the painkillers and whatever that they gave me is still inside my system until the next day, guys, when I have to now get off the bed and try and walk. Yo guys, I don't know how painful labor pains are, but a C-section is painful. And I think not only that it's painful, but it takes forever for it to heal. Like seriously, it takes forever. It took me so long. I think even like around August, September, I could still feel that, you know, something did happen down here, and like it just takes, I don't know if it like completely heals, because you know I've been working out now, but there are times where if I really work out like ab workouts, I can feel, especially if I'm doing some sort of lower ab workout, I can feel that, you know, like I'm pushing it too much and there's some sort of pain there, my C-section scar. So I don't think it completely heals, and that is why most women would opt for a natural birth, because you know there won't be any weird things that are gonna happen after you give birth. Like you're still gonna be a normal person, and the only thing that could maybe happen would just be a tear or something. They have a name for it, I forgot, but yeah, and which could be fixed easily. And another thing, I don't know, but I think I read this, it's either on Twitter or on Instagram, on a pregnancy post, where women were like chatting, you know, and then they recommended that when you're looking for a gynecologist, look for a male gynecologist, which is so weird, guys, because you would expect that a female gynecologist would understand more what you're going through and would make it easier for you. But yeah, I would also, with my experience, I would also recommend you get a male gynecologist, because yeah, like honestly, I feel like male gynecologist could be better, you know. I mean, you must try, obviously. And guys, mom guilt is real. I still don't know how to get around it, but I try, you know, to like just enjoy my life and enjoy like the things that I enjoy doing, and still be a mom and not feel bad or whatever. And you know, like buying yourself something and then, oh, but I should be buying Bono something, but I'm spending that money on myself. Like mom guilt is real, but I feel like as moms, you do a lot, you know, and you go through a lot, so you should definitely spoil yourself and should never feel bad about it. This is one of the topics that I really enjoy talking about, you know, because it's like every woman's experience is different. And I know when I talk about my experience, there's not anybody that's gonna be coming and telling me, no, this is how it's done, no, this is what, because no, experiences are different. And I enjoy that because it makes you like, in as much as the world is made of mothers, but you are still a unique mother. That's the thing. But anyway, before I ramble, guys, this is just my experience, and just, you know, I just wanted to share a little bit more. I just wanted to share something a little bit more personal about me, which is the fact that I am a mother before anything else. So if you did enjoy this video, guys, then please give it a thumbs up and do like and comment. Give me your comments, how you feel about pregnancy, if you're a mom or if you're not a mom, or if you're an expecting mom. Just let's have a conversation down below about this whole thing. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week, and bye.